What's up, guys? It's Migs with Market Open. Let's go ahead and do the Market Open recap for the day. I had 5 different stocks this morning on the watch list, and I actually only ended up trading 2. Now, today, the way that I ended up on the day is literally the epitome of proof of timing. Stock trading really is about timing and when to get in. So, I ended up trading Netflix twice and ended up trading Fastenal twice. So let's go ahead and do the first one. So NFLX this morning, it was gapping up. I think it got like an upgrade or something like that. So it was moving independently to what the market was doing, or independently to what the market was actually gapping in whichever way the market was gapping in the morning. So the market was initially gapping down this morning, so you would expect Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, all those to gap down with it. But since they had some positive news, which I think it was price target on Netflix is 285. So it just got upgraded by a big firm like JP Morgan. So obviously that carries a lot of weight. So Netflix started going back the other way. Now the first pattern that I got into with Netflix did not work. So let's see here. Netflix, I got long right at 303.95. I actually ended up chasing this thing way too much, so it kind of whipped up. I wanted to get in over 303, and as you can see, I got a horrible fill at 303.95. So 100 shares would have been long over 303 or 303.50, excuse me. So over this stop would have been here, right there at 302.89 or so. And next candle kind of just whipped up really fast. I got filled at the top, like always. And then I ended up getting kicked out right here at the 32.09. Or, yeah, 302.89 was my exact fill on that. 302.76. So within the very same candle. Within what, like 30 seconds or so? I got kicked out of that. So I ended up taking $100 and something loss. Then the very next trade I took was on FAST. Now, FAST was actually my main candidate for a short this morning. So I shorted it right at 934. So I wanted to initially do 200 shares, but I think the standard size for this thing on the ladder I think is 100 or so. So I actually had to go back and short another 100. So I got filled right at 934 at 51.89. So FAST. What did I say the price was? Right at 51.89. 51.89. So what was the time? The time was 9:34. So right in here. Right here. So here, let me zoom in a little bit. I was thinking, okay, it's this. I didn't really like this candle right here, but it kept moving up. And if it failed right around here, the 51.80 mark, I was going to go ahead and get in short. So it broke. It was under VWAP. It was under the 9. Stop was going to be over the highs. So I got filled, but unfortunately, I actually kept coming back up. So I noticed I was actually going to get out here at the 52 mark, which, hold on, I believe 52.05. Okay, so I actually did end up getting out at 52.05. So I didn't really lose that much on this trade, because if you see, typically whenever you short something and it fails to go higher, it will just dramatically start falling. But it just kept hitting its head here at 52, and I told myself, okay, if it breaks over 52, I'm gonna go ahead and get out because it's bouncing here way too much. So I put my stop at 52.01, and I got filled at 52.05, which is really not that bad. It came all the way up to 52.40. Only ended up losing a little bit of money on that. Now, the next trade I believe was on, actually that's right, let's see here. So short 200 shares, covered the whole amount. Now I shorted fast one more time. I doubled down on it, and let's see here. I accidentally shorted too much, so I took 3 times my risk instead of twice my risk. So as soon as I noticed that, I took the 300 shares away and went back to 600. So I shorted it right at 952. So right in here. Now if you see, this is the top, it tried to come a little bit higher, and it failed. So this is a lower top, and then here it just kept bouncing at 52. Now I didn't really quite trust it because it was still trending up technically. So right here, still trending up. But to me, if it broke under this and it broke under VWAP, which was 51.95, 96 ish at the time, I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get in short. This will be my stop up here at 52, or actually no, it was gonna be right here at 52.30, right there. So I got filled right this candle, probably right here, 9.52. So shorted right at 9.52, took too many shares, went ahead and covered, and then my stop was only 30 cents away. So I got filled, I think, at 51.88, I believe. So 51.94 and then 51.83. That's when okay, and then I had an average of probably 51.88 or so. So back to the chart. So lower high, kind of went sideways, bounce, bounce, bounce. I really should have gotten short here at 52. I just really wanted to make sure that it was going to break under and stay under. So as you can see, it basically just tanked straight down. I covered some shares. I covered 450 shares here at, what was the price? 51.44. And then sold another 75 and then sold the last bit at 51.52. So if you notice, it actually went down a little lower. It went down to this level that I had marked out, and then it just kind of started climbing back. So as it started coming back and curling back up, that's actually when I got out. So I ended up getting my 2-to-1 on that. Ended up making 225 on the day with that. So I just kind of let it keep collapsing and sold off as it went my way. So my initial loss was very, very minimal. Maybe lost $30, $40 or something like that. And I ended up making probably over 250. So I was able to cover the losses and have gains on top of that. Now, during that time, I was completely done with fast. Although right here, this looks like a probably would have been a good VWAP projection, which I would have had to take it on the 5-minute. So right here, this could have been another entry. So 51.86, 51.45. So definitely could have shorted it here for the rejection of the VWAP. Could have read it all the way down here to the 50. I believe I do have another level marked out on this down here at the 49.15 or so mark. I'm not really quite sure if that's gonna make it all the way down there, but you never really know. The market looks like it's been pretty strong today, just kind of rebounding back and closing the gap from yesterday's close. So I was happy with a $225 gain on that, and then I took my last trade was on Netflix. So let's see here. So I closed out my FAST, went long Netflix. Netflix really was my only long candidate for the whole morning because there's really nothing else that I liked that didn't have that had a clean daily chart. So I was watching FAST and Netflix just side by side. And remember that I took a loss on Netflix at first, and then I took a loss on FAST. But I knew that FAST had to come down at some point because it was gapping down considerably that morning. And Netflix had so much room to move up, and the market was also very strong. So that's why I watched them both. So let's see here. I went long Netflix at 10.13, 100 shares. Let's see. NFLX. 10.13. Not sure if I did this on the 5-minute. Yeah, actually, I believe I did. So 10.13, I did it here within this candle, and it's just a small pullback, a green candle to hold, and then just let it go. So right here within this candle, I saw there was, because on the 5-minute, there's absolutely no entry here. It hasn't pulled back once, not a single red candle. So there's really no place for me to have gotten in. So I waited for this pullback. The 9 held. Then I needed a green candle for confirmation that it was going to hold. And then I went ahead and got long. And I ended up selling, let's see here, Netflix, 100 shares, 75 at 37.07. So that was my 1-to-1. and then I ended up selling the other 25 at 308.57. So I got a whole $1.50 out of just that last quarter. And if you notice, it actually ended up going a lot higher. So I was thinking we were probably going to get some resistance around this 310 area, but we actually blasted right through it, came up to 311.64. And yeah, just kind of bounced off of VWAP. We're starting to go sideways here. Don't really see any good entries on this. Perhaps over the 310 mark, but you need a good risk to reward, so it's not really worth it for me. But yeah, that was definitely a good trade on Netflix. Ended up making my loss back, so the $120, and then I ended up making another $25 on top of that, enough to pay for commissions, which is, you know, really not that much, but that me cutting my losses very quickly on fast and then coming around and shorting it again and then being right and then riding it all the way down made me positive on the day. So today I made $250 for the demo account. So remember, guys, this is still the demo account. This is day 3 of the back testing for the week. So day 1 was plus 371. On Tuesday I lost $43. And Wednesday I'm up 250. So far so good with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So we'll see how we end up on the end of the week. So hopefully you guys learned something that I went over today. Also, like I always tell you guys, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it down in the comment section below. And if you guys are new to this channel, if you guys learn anything or think that this would be beneficial for you to learn or watch on a daily basis, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And then also make sure to join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is completely free. I post my watch list there every single morning. The link to that will be down in the description below. And then one last thing, if you guys are actually interested in trading a funded account that comes with mentorship, buying power, one-on-one mentoring and everything, there's a discount code to the website below as well. So make sure to take advantage of that if that is something that you guys are interested in. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.